Hey, welcome back to youtube.com/snapbolt. My name's Max. Playing some more Pauper here. And I'm back with another league of this Cascade Walls deck. I had a lot of fun in the first league. Go check that out on my channel. Um, but I thought the deck was really strong and I thought it performed well. It's kind of like the type of deck I like to play. It has so much resiliency in the Cascade and these draw spells. Um, and it just makes a ton of mana. I'm not going to go over a detailed deck tech here. I kind of went over the deck in the last video, but I'll go over just the basic idea. We're basically just trying to add mana with these defenders. We can untap them with Quirion Ranger. And then again, our draw spells are Winding Way, Lead the Stampede, Mulldrifter. We have these Cascaders to hit any of the above, Rubbleforts to give haste, and you just basically you basically like just throw up a bunch of stuff onto the battlefield and try to win and fight through counterspells with just all your card draw and resiliency. The tech I'm trying is blow your house down for the mirror, destroy up to 3 walls essentially for 3 mana. Don't know if it's good, might just be garbage, but I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. And let's just jump right into the games. All right, welcome to round 1 with the sweet Cascade Walls deck. This hand is very slow. We have a turn 2 Winding Way, and that's it. We're on the draw. I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. It's not ideal, but I'm going to try it. All right, up against Burn. So kept a slow hand against Burn, not ideal. 1 drop. Didn't get there. Now if we Winding Way, we're just likely just going to have to discard, but is what it is. Maybe we draw Overgrown Battlement here. If I knew I was against Burn, I obviously wouldn't have kept, but in the dark, most decks in Pauper are a little bit slower. I think this is fine. Just choose creature. All right. We can discard land. I could even discard land. I can discard land Rubblefort. Can discard, yeah, let's discard land Rubblefort. All right, we're at 15. Opponent has a lot of cards in hand. Next turn, we probably just have to tap out for Axebane Guardian. Opponent probably has to kill it. They don't have a land though. That means they have a lot of gas, which is bad, but it's good that they don't have a land, so they might be forced into making suboptimal plays. If they don't kill this, we might be able to do a lot potentially. Let's see if they go like land, Searing Blaze, we just get wrecked. Yep. We have 2 Nylea's Disciples, not 4 in the sideboard. Haven't been seeing too much burn online recently. Let's just play what we can cast. Tinderwall, Quirion Ranger, huh? And then go land, Caretaker, pass. We're at 10. Opponent has a Rift Bolt suspended. We're super dead here. I think we're just dead this turn. We just kept like way too slow of a draw for this matchup. I mean, maybe that was just a mulligan in general, but if we were against like a blue deck, I thought this draw was actually, pretty reasonable. We had enough lands. We had an Axebane Guardian. We had some draw spells, but yeah, we're just dead now. All right. We're dead. Let's bring in these. And I think that's all we want. We can just take out some of the slower stuff. I think Crusher is actually decent, even though it costs 8. Don't know if Moment's Peace is good. I think we want to minimally sideboard and just have like stick to our game plan and then have these to draw into and cast. Let's go. Oh man, this is so close yet, like so far. I think I'm gonna keep. We just don't have that many lands in the deck in general. I think you have to kind of keep hands like this. If we happen to draw in, this hand is insanely good. If we don't, the opponent might not start killing our creatures, which would be good. Rift Bolt, okay. The thing is, if we don't play land, they're gonna kill our creatures. Land? Okay. If they don't kill our creatures, that's incredibly good for us. We can always just draw land, and then we're like kind of set. Yeah. Then they bolt our other one, maybe. We have 13 forests in the deck. There's one of them, perfect. They did get to Searing Blaze, but I mean, they're gonna get to Searing Blaze at some point anyway. Wow, they don't attack? They should have attacked. I don't think I could have blocked there. I think I just go Winding Way creature. Ah. It's just not going well. Yeah, I don't know if I was supposed to mulligan that hand either. I can't believe they didn't attack. There's no way I can block. I think I'm going for Disciple next turn if I can. Needle drop into some burn spells. Searing Blaze. That's it? Interesting. Okay, I can kind of play this Quirion Ranger for free. And then I can lead the Stampede, but I know I can make 1 mana off this. So I can actually play Disciple right now. And then gain 4 life. That's definitely what I'm going to do, because then I can block this with Disciple as well. Alright, so Quirion Ranger was actually a great draw. Now, yeah, they have a decent amount of cards in hand, but okay, they kill that. I have a lot of mana now, though. And I gained 4 life off that. So got a lot of value. Let's see if they try to burn my Quirion Ranger. They bolt me. Oh, they bolt Overgrown Battlement and then needle drop it. Okay. Just go lead the Stampede. Okay, draw infinite. I'm going to take all of them in hand. I played a land this turn. So I think I just have to attack, and I can discard Mulldrifter, Dino. Next turn I might actually be able to do a lot, because I can Tinderwall to actually make mana, and Rubblefort, and then Axebane with haste. Might be able to do a lot here. Opponent with 3 cards in hand. Am I dead? No. No. Fire Blast. Yeah. Damn. So that turn I could have gone Tinderwall, Rubblefort. And yeah, I couldn't have really done anything. Damn, quick 0-2. Let's go round 2. Alright, quick 0-2 against Burn. Kept a bad hand game 1. Oh no. Not like this deck. Feel like I have to mulligan this hand? I'm on the play. I can go Tinderwall. The Winding Way name land play is just so bad. Like I can go turn 1 Tinderwall, turn 2 Rubblefort, nothing else. Like I just don't think that's good enough. This is good enough. Just put back a land. Keep all my draw spells, keep my defenders. So looks good. Turn 2 Battlement. Turn 3 Axebane into Winding Way, assuming nothing dies. Battlement's an 0-4 though, it's pretty hard to kill. Oh, maybe not for mono black. Oh, what are we against? Blue black? Blue black can certainly kill stuff, but we have Winding Way plus Lead the Stampede as well. I like playing this deck. It's pretty fun to play. It's like fast paced. You have so much draw. It's definitely my style of deck. It's like elves, but I think it's actually better than elves. Cast down. Augur. Okay, just probably up against blue black Delver. Oh, we actually need to draw a land in order to go Axebane into Winding Way. Okay, we do. Sweet. Just never punished. And they found Echoing Decay, which doesn't really do anything. Oh, we just hit 4 creatures. That is just like nuts. 2 mana, draw 4. I mean, the deck is 8 of these Winding Way, Lead the Stampedes, 14 lands, and the rest creatures. So the Winding Way and Lead the Stampedes are very, very good in this deck. Oh, we're against Grixis Delver. Okay, we're against a Brew. And we have tons of mana here. What do I lead? They have red black up, so they might have a removal spell up. I think I lead Quirion Ranger. And then I tap Axebane. Add a red. Let's go Rubblefort, leave red floating. So they Echoing Decay the Quirion Ranger. All right, I'll just use this now. Untap this. Now we're free to do whatever we want. Everything has haste. And I make a lot of mana now. So I have 6, 7, 8 mana. I think I just lead on Winding Way. Could lead on Lead the Stampede, but I think Winding Way is fine. Creature. We hit 4 creatures both times. That's nuts. Okay, now we just get to fully go off here. Overgrown Battlement with haste. Quirion Ranger. And then go 4 mana. Lead the Stampede. Hit a bunch of stuff, including an Overgrown Battlement. Add a bunch of mana. Overgrown Battlement. Oh, I should have left 1 more green to play Caretaker first. Probably won't matter though. Caretaker. And then that's... Okay, they just conceded. Yeah, we were going to be able to... How much more mana? We had 6, 7 mana floating. We could make 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. So I could have gone, I don't know, just see what we would have drawn. Oh, Axebane Guardian. Yeah, I was going to say I could play Mulldrifter, and then if I draw this, I get to make 1,000,000 more mana, and then just keep going off. Rubblefort's insane. All right, we're against blue-black. Reaping the Graves might be okay, just to get back a bunch of creatures if they kill our stuff. They're like Grixis Delver, though. It's just weird. Maybe Grixis Control. I think I want Reaping the Graves. And I think that's all I want. What's like the worst card in my deck? Just one of the Llanowars? A Tinderwall, maybe? Let's just run it like this. I think I'm well set up for this matchup. I don't want to sideboard too much. I'm going to keep this sketchy hand. We have Llanowar plus Overgrown Battlement and 2 lands. This 14 mono forest deck is definitely going to have some sketchy draws that I think you want to keep. But I went top, huh? Not really doing much yet, but our deck is full of good draws. Basic land cycle and get Mountain. Yeah. Preordain, yeah. Planning just to go Battlement attack for 1 unless we draw anything we want to cast. Oh, Snuff Out, okay. That's fine. I'm down for them to snuff out that. Just go Battlement pass. We still can't really do much next turn. Terminate. Right, I mean, mostly just worse than Cast Down, can kill River Boas. Ooh, Winding Way. Let's go land. Winding Way. Just to play around Force Spike, just in case. It resolves. Okay. Quirion, go. What was that Winding Way? Axebane Boarding Party, land, Winding Way. Okay. Scred. So they're just Grixis Control with Augur. So Reaping the Graves is ideal here. You also just can draw lands and eventually start playing these. Ooh, Angler is good. Plus Augur. Oh, they put Scred. Okay. Tinderwall. Axebane pass. Next turn I can go Tinderwall into Boarding Party. Oh, they have a Scred though, so they can kill this. Gotta just fight through the removal, I think. They have 2 cards in hand and 6 power. 1 card in hand. Grixis Control, just an interesting deck. So they're maybe just like blue-black fake. I mean, I guess they're just Grixis Control. Their WinCon's Angler. They're not playing ninjas. Oh, Terminate. So they're just like infinite removal dot deck. That's the turn. There's Reaping, which doesn't do anything. Now we just have to hope they don't have removal, and then we draw Forest, and then we can Boarding Party, trade for this. Block that. I think this matchup should be good for us. We can generally fight through the removal pretty well. Not this game, but now we're on the draw. Maybe I just have Findorn instead of Crusher, just because they have so many Terminates. And Crusher's kind of hard to actually get to and resolve. I don't necessarily need that to win. Snap Keep, didn't even fully look at my hand just because I knew I was going to keep all these good green spells. Pretty obvious. This is like a slam dunk hand in this matchup. I think we're going to win. I can go. I think I just go Battlement plus Quirion Ranger. Just make all the mana possible for next turn. Yeah, I could resolve one of these things, but I think just getting down a huge board presence on turn 2 seems great on the play. Like, what, they can leave up counterspell here? I wonder how many counterspells, if any, their deck has to be playing counterspell, right? It's all that really makes sense. Yeah, Axebane's good. I was gonna say I lead Winding Way, but maybe I lead Axebane Guardian, then tap this for 2, then Winding Way. I kind of like that because I want to get this down regardless. It's such a huge threat. Winding Way creature. We hit 2 cards. Now we untap. Now we can play another Axebane Guardian after playing these. Or I can play Lead the Stampede, which I actually think I'm going to do. Just to make sure I can resolve it. 3 creatures. Okay, now we pass. We're like somewhat out of gas. We do have a Mulldrifter, but opponent's just on 2 mana, a Brainstorm and an Augur. So what can they do here? Just leave up Counterspell? I'm just not going to cast Mulldrifter into Counterspell. Oh, just another Augur? Perfect. We still need to find more stuff, but now our board presence is starting to get pretty overwhelming. Okay, land is actually decent. I make infinite mana here, so I just need to draw something good off this Mulldrifter is all. So go land. Tinderwall. It's better to play out the defenders first because they actually like this Tinderwall makes a ton of mana because now each of these add 1 more. So this makes 1 mana and it sacks for 2 mana. So it essentially makes 3 mana. And this only costs 1 mana because then each of these tap for 1 more. And factoring Quirion Ranger activations into that, it's just like pretty insane how much mana we make actually. Alright, I'm just gonna Mulldrifter here. Draw spell? No. Okay, so we're out of gas for the moment. So we might actually be in trouble if they have counterspells. I'm not that scared of a Wrath. Alright, pass the turn. Out of gas for the moment, but the version of this deck that I'm playing, I think had like essentially like stuffed with the most draw spells possible. 4 Winding Way, 4 Lead the Stampede, 4 Mulldrifter. I think is basically like the most that you can realistically play. Just because you need to play a high count of defenders as well. Quirion Ranger is actually like what makes the deck kind of explosive. Alright, so they kill both the Quirion Rangers, but at this point they don't matter too much. Because now we have how many defenders? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders. Oh, snuff out the Mulldrifter? Sure. So now we're still just on any draw spell. Or any Cascade spell is good too. Brainstorm from the opponent. I'm F6 tier. Maybe they can like somehow get my Tinder Walls or something, but I'm not too concerned. I'd honestly rather just F6 and play faster from this point. I'm still standing by that this matchup's decent for us. Our deck is full of good draws. 3 Mulldrifters left, 3 Lead the Stampede, 2 Winding Way, 4 Dinos, 4 Boarding Party. Deck is chock full of gas. There's perfect draw. Into nothing though, damn. Just gonna play everything out. They concede? And then they disconnected from Moto? I mean, we didn't have anything. Okay, boarding party 3 turns from now into Winding Way, into a lot of stuff. I mean, maybe their deck isn't built that well. Like, they should have 4 counterspell in their list and have a red splash for Scred or something. I don't know. 2-1. Whew, let's go round 3. All right. 1-1 with Cascade Walls. I think I'm keeping this hand. Kind of sketchy, but a lot of hands are with this deck. We're on the play. We have turn 2 Battlement, potential turn 3 Guardian. If Battlement doesn't die, or if we draw land, and then we have some spells to play after that, potentially. But we're going to need the top of our deck here. Let's see. Opponent is deciding whether to keep or not. And go. Oh. Press the wrong button. Tried to F6. Swamp go. Okay. Kind of scary considering they can edict this. Cycle? Oh no, we're against cycling combo. It's a race. It is a race. Okay. Opponent did not have too scary of a draw. We can do a lot next turn, but who knows if it'll be enough. Playing our defenders slowly here. I think I played against this person in the last league I recorded. What do I want for this matchup? Unearth Stinger. Okay, they're just going for it. Land. Okay, they're gonna try to like go off next turn. I think I can go off this turn, right? So I can go. I'm gonna play land. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if I go Rubblefort into Axebane Guardian into Crusher, that's gotta be good enough, right? At least that's like the best thing I can do. Wait. Do I play Axebane Guardian first? That adds the most mana, right? Before tapping either of these defenders. I think that's right. Maybe, I'm pretty sure it's right. Red. Let's go Rubblefort. And now I can add just 8 more mana and just play Crusher and attack. I think that's the best thing I can do. I think that's better than boarding party. Okay, we got him. Turn 4 Crusher with haste. Whew! They needed the mana and the stinger to go off. We again don't have any graveyard hate. We kind of just need to stick to the plan. I wonder if we play this, if we can potentially gain enough life where they can't kill us. I think that's a real possibility. I don't know if it's better if we want to just keep our main deck just fully focused on doing our own combo. I don't think they can really interact with us. Could take out like some of the slower stuff for this gain life. Because what if I just like gain 10 life or something? sometimes it might be hard for them to fully combo us. Like, if you watch my last league on youtube.com/natbolt, I was playing blue-red and blue-red fairies, and I was playing against this opponent on this deck. We have to mully in this hand, but they like fully went off, and it was like really close. I was only at 20, and it was still kind of hard for them to kill us. So maybe if I gain like 5 or 10 life, and they don't have a perfect draw, it might be tough for them to kill us. I'm going to 6, going to 5. See if opponent goes to 5 as well. They went to 5. All right. Do I need to keep this on the draw? I'm on 5 already. I guess we see if the opponent keeps 5. I guess I just need to keep. They probably don't have removal. Boarding party Mulldrifter back. Keep all the green cards. Cards that I can cast. Their deck is just like all cycling spells with a couple lands. Cycle main phase just so they can have 6 maybe. Fintorn, go. Is the opponent looking for lands? Ideally for us, they just have 1 land. No. Okay. I think I just play Overgrown Battlement first. Make sure I at least develop my mana. If I just Winding Way, it's not exactly ideal. I can just Winding Way next turn. Maybe hit a Quirion Ranger. Cast it and do a lot more stuff. Or Architects. Okay. Winding Way, creature. Okay, it's a lot of stuff. Not much that I can actually do yet, but I can Caretaker, and then next turn I can actually do a lot. I don't have a Rubblefort yet. Maybe this deck should be on 4 Rubbleforts. Opponent might just go off and kill us here. We each mull to 5. Oh no, I do have Rubblefort. Did I say I didn't? Jesus. Cycle Horror, Cycle Street Wraith, Cycle Healer, tap land. Okay. Well, opponent's kind of putting us at the mercy of our deck. Putting themselves at the mercy of our deck. We might be able to crush her with haste here. Tinderwall. I can play. See, I have 1. I can play Rubble. Add 1 mana here. Add 4 mana, 5 mana. I may have to sack this Tinderwall, which is fine. I think this is what I'm doing. I add green. No, I add doesn't matter. I add red. I play Rubblefort. I sack Tinderwall, play Winding Way. Then I have 1 green up. Creature. Llanowar Elf. Winding Way creature. Alright, I hope we don't die. I think we do. I think I want to keep both Crushers because next turn I can just for sure cast both Crushers with haste. So I don't even, I guess I just don't need Boarding Party. Maybe I don't need Mulldrifter. I just think it, like, I think if we survive, we win. If we don't, we lose. Obviously, if we don't survive this turn, we lose. But I don't think opponent's guaranteed to do anything here. They could have, like, Dark Writ, Songs of the Damned. But they're not guaranteed to go off here. Okay, Dark Writ, Cycle, Black Green. Interesting, interesting. Do they need the green mana maybe for sideboard cards? Isn't Peat Bog just better than this? I'm not sure. I guess they can add red mana with it to cycle, so maybe not. Alright. Opponent's getting infinite mana, and then they draw 5. I can't concede because they're not guaranteed to be able to find more Reaping the Graves to go off to really do anything. And if I am able to take my turn, I get to play all these out, gain a bunch of life, play 2 Crushers with haste. So again, if they don't fully go off and kill me, I should be able to win. They have 15 mana floating though, and they're cycling a lot. Oh, I guess this is good because it adds red mana so they can play Stinger out. Again, if they don't find Reaping the Graves, they only have Storm 6. It looks like they're doing a lot, but they're not actually casting that many spells. Mostly they're cycling. So, I mean, we had to mold a 5 this game as well. Our draw was just a little too sketchy. Opponent mold to 5 as well. They're comboing. Am I going to get got by this mono wet combo deck twice? Lost to it in the last league. I think I misplayed though last time. This time I don't think so. At least not yet. Cabal Ritual. Unearth. No Reaping. 3 cards in hand. Ah, they have the Reaping. Alright, that's game. Because now they have 16 more damage. Okay. We just need to combo fast. I think Disciple is fine. I don't know how good it is, but I don't know what else we really want. I don't want Cannonade. We just have to do our thing. Dino just doesn't seem like that great in the matchup. Yeah, this hand looks fine. Lead Caretaker, go. Tap land, interesting. Another Disciple. Interesting, we'll see if this is going to be good enough. Alright. Do I go Battlement into Caretaker? I don't really need to play Ranger yet. I didn't really want to use Ranger to bounce a land anyway. No land from the opponent? One time? Not so lucky. They have a tap land, okay. Unfortunately, we don't have a draw spell. I can gain a bunch of life and play a couple 3/3s, but that's all I can do. Quirion Ranger, Disciple, and then play another Disciple. Wonder if, I mean, they definitely can kill us, but we don't have a draw spell, unfortunately. I'm gonna definitely play the other Disciple though. We just need to draw Lead the Stampede or Winding Way. Mulldrifter's also good. Alright, we're at 34. Go ahead. I know they can definitely do 34 damage, but that's on like a good draw where they get multiple stingers out. And I just want to present at least a clock. All right, boarding party is perfect. Boarding party into draw spell, please. Let's go. Land 3. I can tap Caretaker, but in case I draw a draw spell, I think I want to tap a Ranger, even though it's 1 less damage. Draw spell? It's Cascade could decide the game. I mean, we are presenting lethal pretty fast here with the boarding party. So we have lethal next turn, so they have to go off, but they might be able to. All right, opponent's at 8. We're at 34. So again, opponent has to fully go off to be able to kill us. Opponent says GG because they have it. If they have it, that's like pretty BM, but is what it is. It's like so BM to GG and then go off. It's better to like just play out your cards. You should GG when you're gonna lose, not when you're gonna win. It's just not the respectful thing to do, in my opinion. Just see what the opponent has. I no need to say anything in chat or do anything. They probably have multiple Reaping the Graves in hand, so they know they can go off. But we'll just let them do their thing. See what they have. Cycle Horror. They have a bunch of mana and a bunch of cyclers. I'm not gonna like concede just because the opponent says GG. It's like it is likely over for us, but they can certainly fizzle. Cabal Writ. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Six cards in hand. Do they have another songs? It's just going to be so funny if the opponent can't win. That's going to be best case. Opponent's down to 1 mana. 3 mana. I mean, they have to win this turn. Cycle, 2 mana, 5 mana. Songs, okay. Reaping, yeah. All right, I'm pretty sure they have it. Like I said, they most likely had multiple Reaping the Graves in hand when they started to go off because they knew they could. So now they like draw 8. They probably find another Reaping. I think I'm just gonna pause the recording while they continue to go off. If you haven't seen the full combo, maybe I'll come back at the end when they're stacking the triggers or something. But I think I can just pause the trigger or pause the recording for now, and then come back whether or not we lose. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, looks like opponent just kind of stormed off and then passed the turn. We drew forest, unfortunately. We weren't able to punish the opponent by going off ourselves. If I attack, they're at 8. So if I attack with Quirion Ranger as well, they can block boarding party, block Ranger, so that doesn't actually work. So now they can just block boarding party. And then potentially still go off, but they might not be able to go off. They have 10 cards in the library, we're at 22. We'll see. I wish we just drew Lead the Stampede there in order to punish the opponent. Would love a Cabal Ritual. Okay, I was going to say I'd love just a concession there, but doesn't look like that's happening. Opponent at 2. Cycle Street Wraith one time. Reaping the Graves for 3. I don't think this is enough. They're just going to put a 4/4 into play? Or put a bunch of couple 4/4s into play? Or. So they can play all those. See, the opponent's GG is just so BM. Like, this game wasn't over. Because we gained 14 life off our disciples. Horror. Okay. Play another horror, sure. Can we please draw a draw spell in order to punish this opponent for GGing early? That's all I want to do. Mulldrifter, okay. Thank you. Oh, I should have played land last turn just in case I want to play more lands. Okay, I don't think I need to attack with Quirion at all. So let's go blue and then just Mulldrifter. Lead the Stampede plus boarding party. We haven't used Quirion Ranger yet either. Let's lead the Stampede to start. Oh no, it's not what we needed. That is not what we needed. So we go Caretaker, untap Battlement. I've already played a land, unfortunately. 5, 6 mana. Boarding party. A Quirion Ranger. Well, that's not bad. I don't know if it's good enough. We didn't hit a haste creature to kill them with Mulldrifter. God. I really wish we did. We're going to be blocking these horrors, that's for sure. So if I attack with both boarding parties, they just go block. I think that's fine. Do I want to play out Battlement? I suppose so. Can untap Caretaker. Oh, wait, no. I need to untap Overgrown Battlement. Why don't I just start by attacking? Attacking with Disciples. I could attack with Disciples because then they have to block. Then they have to block Horror on Disciple, Horror on Boarding Party, and Draenith Stinger on Boarding Party. They basically have to block all. Oh, if we just hit Rubblefort. We were so close. So if I attack all, I'm basically losing my Disciples. I don't think they can storm off and kill us, really. If I attack with these as well, they have to block all 4. So that means they at least lose 2 creatures minimum. and I lose my disciples. All right, I'm gonna do it. That means they have to block with Draenith Stinger, which I think is better for me. Yeah, so they block like this. Sure. If we win, definitely gonna GG the opponent. Do I want to use Quirion now? I think I feel like it's worth. Just in case I want to use both Quirions next turn. I guess I can untap Battlement. And then just play Battlement. Is that not good? I think it's fine. Then I still have a lot of blockers. I have up to 6 blockers here because I can use Quirion twice more if I need to. Opponent with 4 cards in hand and 8 cards in library, and we're up 22 with up to 6 blockers. Just waiting for the opponent to GG. I have to just send a message to my friend 1 second. Opponent deep in the tank here after the early GG. No, what is this? Cannonade? I was not expecting Cannonade. Okay. So I don't even necessarily need to block these horrors because they can't cycle infinite. So I can use a Quirion, untap a Caretaker. And then I can just block Caretaker on these. All right, I think that's all I untap. Leave a forest in play. I didn't want to untap Boarding Party. They attack with 1. I think I can just block. I don't think I need that many Caretakers in play. Forest. Okay. I think I'll attack. Trade. Pass the turn. Like opponent with 7 cards in library and 3 cards in hand. How many Reaping the Graves do they play? 1, 1, 2, 3. So they have 1 Reaping the Graves left, but only 7 cards in library. I don't want to somehow get cheesed out. I do want all the mana I can get. I think I'll just block. Still have a lot of mana for next turn. Stinger. Inside Out. I can't believe they have Inside Out in their deck. Sure. No. Why, deck? Why? I think we have to take now. I'll take. Take 4. They play a 4-2. Okay. Mulldrifter's lethal. Okay, I can play out some blockers. They have to answer this Mulldrifter. I just so wanted to win this game because of the opponent's BMGG. I'm definitely going to block Horror. I'm not going to block Lurching Rot Beast. Just block here. Go to 14. 4 cards in library. Cycle. Cycle. What you got? Reaping the Graves for 1. Reaping the Graves. Get back Horror. That doesn't do it. Cycle Horror. You don't GG early. You just don't do that. That's messed up. You just wait until the opponent has it. And then the respectable thing to do is you just wait. I have to GG though, because it's not respectful, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to GG. The respectful way to play, yeah, they had 4 Street Wraiths in hand, is you wait, and then when the game is over, when you lost, you can click concede and type GG, or you can GG and then concede. You should never GG and then continue, like GG when you think you're about to win. That's just wrong. Opponent complains in chat. It's just like, that is just the disrespectful thing to do in Magic. Imagine chess. You don't tell the opponent like GG when you think you're gonna win, because you don't necessarily know that, like, if you don't necessarily know 100% that you have it, and opponent thought like 99% they had it and they didn't. So you just don't do that. That's just a lesson to be learned right there. So we win the match. God, I hate early GGs, honestly. Okay, after that hilarious last round with the BMGG, we're against Uncle Esteban, who we've for sure played before. And I gotta say, I have no idea what they're on. I don't remember. We're gonna keep this hand. This hand looks totally acceptable. 1 drop, 2 drops, some finishers. Let's go. I usually do my recordings like back to back, but my friend hit me up. We did a little vintage cube draft, just the draft portion in between rounds here. It was fun. A lot of vintage cube draft. Gonna be doing some more of that. Okay, looks like they're probably on Ponza. Should be a pretty reasonable matchup for us. We can also bounce forests to protect them from land destruction spells, which is a nice little bit of tech. Red, blue, green, white. Oh, boggles. Never mind. We still have a reasonable hand though. We likely can't even go up really till turn 4, but boggles isn't that fast. Right, they're gonna get forest. Yep. Ledgewalker. Okay, 3 cards in hand. Did they mulligan into 5 or 6? 6. We are on the draw, but next turn we can make it a reasonable amount of mana. I can attack. They just can't block. If they block there, yeah, it slows us down, but there's no way they can block there. Play the lifelink enchantment. Okay. We can beat this. We need to draw well and have the opponent not have like anything too crazy, but yeah, like I said, we can beat this. Okay. So we go Axebane Guardian and then Quirion Ranger. This. Then do I lead the Stampede? I think I Winding Way. Because if I hit like another Quirion Ranger, it's really good. No, but did hit a Llanowar. It's something. Now next turn, I can go off. When I say go off, I mean just play a bunch of spells. Maybe hit a Rubblefort. This is what I needed to not happen. Because now I'm just probably dead next turn, no matter what. Let's see, maybe we can like fully go off here. So I can go land. Battlement. I'm not going to concede yet because I might be able to just make a bunch of toughness potentially. Let's go Winding Way Creature. Not sure if playing Lead the Stampede there is better, but I would have to tap one of my walls right now. I'm going to have to do that anyway. So yeah, maybe I should have tapped Battlement, played Lead the Stampede. I'm not dead though. If I draw a Rubblefort plus more defenders, I might be able to play a bunch of stuff. They only have one card. I can beat... Oh no, this can only be blocked by creatures with flying. Don't think I can actually beat this. I'll try though. Maybe if I get super lucky, I can like draw my deck and go off. Okay. No Rubblefort yet though. That's what I'm gonna need eventually. So do I play Axebane here or just Caretaker? I think I start with Caretaker because I need to hit Rubblefort. This actually adds mana, and this doesn't. So let's go Caretaker. Untap this. Play Lead the Stampede. Could play Axebane first. Because it actually only... Oh no. No, I can't really. Okay, let's just Lead the Stampede first then. Tinderwall, there's a Quirion. Okay, that's not bad. So I think I go Tinderwall, Quirion Ranger, and then add mana here. Red, red, green, green, blue. This can be blocked by flyers, but I would need to play like 3 Mulldrifters and able to block this right now and not die. So I'm not too concerned about that. Let's just play Axebane Guardian. Need to hit another draw spell or another Rubblefort here, I think. Untap this. Oh, I can play Dinos. What am I talking about? I can play Dinos to survive. So I have 7, 8, 9 mana. 10, 11. It's not even enough, but I do need to Dino, I think. And I have red mana from Tinderwall. I needed to hit Rubblefort. So I think I'm just dead. They have 11 power. And I only have 5 power in the air. Or 5 power reach. I wonder if I misplayed this. So I can evoke Mulldrifter. I think that's all I can do, right? Use both Quirions. Right, let's just do what we can. Leave up green. Try to draw Quirion Ranger. No. Alright. Fought the good fight here, it looks like, but I think we're dead. I think I might have misplayed. I was just forgetting Dino had reach. I wonder if I could have double Dino'd. I mean, I'm dead on board right now, right? If they just attack, I can just block here and then I'm dead. And we block 5 of this, take 6. Alright, they got us. So we definitely want Moment's Peace in this matchup. Cannonade can be okay, but I feel like it also kind of like isn't exactly where we want to be. We want to just like focus on our own combo, not worry about trying to sweep them before they can equip. It's like not going to happen that much. You can just take out one Mulldrifter, a little clunky. I want to be as fast as possible. I don't think Disciple is good. I could take out a boarding party instead of a Mulldrifter, but I think this is fine. Moment's Peace is a little awkward with the Cascade, but like if I had Moment's Peace that game, I would have been able to win. Let's go game 2. Off game 1 against Boggles. Keep his hand. His hand looks good. Not gonna mull hands like this. Boggles loses to itself a lot of times. I mean, this deck can lose to itself as well. It's only 14 lands, but I feel like this deck is actually more consistent, especially than something like Boggles. Boggles may be a little harder to interact with, considering it's the hexproof deck. I think hexproof is just not a good, mechanic in general. Okay, the turn 1 hexproof, it's annoying. I think I'll just attack and then play Overgrown Battlement. If they want to trade, well, they snap trade. They must have more Boggles then, but I think that's still fine for me. Alright, let's just go Lead the Stampede into Caretaker. Didn't really hit, but wasn't too bad. Caretaker's actually good in this deck, just being a one-man defender and a multicolored source. Alright, this is fine. This I can beat as of right now. They don't have multiple colors of mana either. Alright, let's go Axebane. I go Winding Way. I think that's better than Rubblefort this turn. Okay. Play a Caretaker, pass, then next turn go off. When I say go off, I don't even know if I really can, but I can do a decent amount, especially if I have a good Cascade. What is this? Another Ledgewalker? Oh, ram through on my Axebane Guardian. That's annoying, but that's beatable. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana potentially. What if I go 1, 2, 3 mana, Rubblefort, then I have 4, 5, 6 mana, but only green. So I think I have to just Dino. Hope to hit. Mulldrifter is not bad. can go green mana, Llanowar, green mana, Tinderwall, pass. Have a 6/5 reach trample to block. They don't have white mana yet. Okay, looks like we're good. Whoa. Oh, it can only be blocked by creatures with flying, not reach. Okay, it's good to remember. So I could have blocked with Mulldrifter, not Dino. So that was a misplay by me, but I think I should be all right now. Because now I can go. I don't even know if I need Rubblefort now. Let's just go Caretaker, Dino to lead. Bintorn Elves, not great. I think I go. Maybe I just go boarding party. I have Rubblefort right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left. Alternatively, I can just boarding party right now. Sacking my Tinderwall. I think that's better. Can not attack with Mulldrifter to be able to block this. I think I like just attacking. Okay. All right, we got him. We did the thing that time. Again, we don't really have hate for this matchup, but opponent just needed white mana there. We want the Mulldrifter back in for anything. Maybe over one of the dinos, because I thought this could actually block their guy, their what's it called? Whatever, the 2 mana 1/1 can only be blocked by creatures with flying. But maybe Mulldrifter is actually better because it can block that sometimes. Alright, change it up. Try taking the 7-drop out. Let's go game 3. Alright. 0 land. Got a mull. Definitely gonna have to mull sometimes with this deck, no problem. We're on the draw. They mulled a 6 as well. Their deck is gonna have to mull sometimes. Ah, 2 0 lands in a row. That's brutal. Nothing you can do, that just happens. See if the opponent keeps 6 or if they go to 5. Ah, we can't even keep this 5. We gotta go to 4. I mean, wow. We have to go to 2. I mean, we just lose. We mulliganed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And 4 out of the 5 times we had 0 lands. So brutal. There's just no possible way to win, I don't think. Draw 7 drop, not ideal. Looks like we're going to the 2/2 bracket most likely. Interesting. Abundant Growth then play land, so they probably don't have any more lands. But that's probably good for them, because it means they have spells. Alright, Winding Way, Overgrown Battlement. Moment's Peace, not what we want here. That's what you want after you draw a bunch of cards and go off. Okay. Quirion. Gutshot the Quirion, sure. Gutshot hits our Quirion Rangers and the 2 Llanowar Elves we have in our deck. Still, I think it's still good to bring in because killing Quirion Ranger is so huge for this deck. Alright. I don't think we can win now. I mean, I don't think we could win once we mold the 2, but... Alright. GG's. Brutal. 2-2 bracket. Let's go for the 3-2. We got this. See you in round 5. Alright, welcome to round 5. We're against Mana Man Vain Turk, who I know has been playing a lot of land destruction. That being said, I still don't think we can keep this hand. This hand we can keep. Put back either Boarding Party or Mulldrifter. I think Boarding Party. I think Mulldrifter is actually better. Can be played for 3. We're against fairies. Alright, not ideal. I would have rather been against land destruction. With this kind of awkward 6 land. No. Okay. We just really want this Quirion to live, yeah. The problem is now they probably have spell stutter sprite. Oh, they have ninja. I wonder if this is mono blue. So they draw an extra card. There's a caretaker. I think I just need to play. Let's attack. Just do it right. And go. Oh wait. Add mana. Untap this. I'm almost like messing up here pretty bad. Battlement. Pass. Now I can block ninja potentially. Sulfur Falls. Okay. This is definitely just blue-red fairies. Gonna snap block that ninja. Okay, they have spell stutter or counterspell for sure. Land is good. Let's go land caretaker. If the opponent has spell stutter, I think felt like they had to do it there. Axebane. Do they just not have it? They have to counter this, right? Yeah. Counterspell. Just pass the turn. I can just block ninja with this or untap Overgrown Battlement. Even if they have Bolt or Scred, they can't kill my stuff. It's a snap block. My 0-3. Fire. Brutal. Okay. Fairy Seer. Oh. Cycle and then Fairy Seer. Island Fairy Seer. 2 cards in hand though. Boarding Party. Just go for this. Hope they don't have more removal. The Fire Ice is one I don't typically see. I was gonna say, I wonder if they choose to not shuffle. Okay, Bolt. Pull my Axebane, draw a card. Probably have Counterspell up. Looks like we got here. Once they start drawing extra cards and killing your stuff in the same turns, it's just brutal. Alright. land. Okay, that's good. Lead the Stampede. Draw 4, but I don't think this is going to be enough even. I mean, at least they don't have the Monarch yet. I can block Ninja. I'm gonna block. They don't have Bolt, okay. Overgrown Battlement. If they counter this, I go Tinderwall into Axebane. Pass. They have one card in hand. Can block the Ninja again. I might even be able to fight through this. I need my Ninja to survive, though. I need them to not find Bolt or anything. Brainstorm, Shuffle. Do they have another Ponder? Preordain. Ponder. Choose to shuffle. Brainstorm. They're looking for Bolt. They don't find it, which would be kind of unlucky for them. I get to do my thing. I have 7 mana. I can just play Dino. The fact that they're thinking a lot means they probably don't have a Bolt or a Shred. Preordain. Okay. And we're back in the game. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Snap block that. I was going to say a 1-mana defender would be a really good draw. Let's see, I have 6, 7, 8 mana. I still feel like the best play is just Dino. I don't think there's any reason to leave up any different color of mana. Quirion. I can untap Axebane, land. A Mulldrifter. All right. The 6/5 Reach Trample was enough. See, that was a good example of we were kind of on the ropes against like Ninja and removal. Opponent drew a bunch of cards with their Ponders and Brainstorm, shuffled. They went Brainstorm, Shuffle, Ponder, Shuffle, then Brainstorm, and still didn't find a removal spell. That's pretty unlucky, but it happens. And then we were able to go off. All right. I feel like Scattershot Archer is still gotta be good enough. I don't think I want Cannonades. I think Scattershot's all I want. Can do something like this. Seems fine to me. I wonder if Llanowar and Fyndhorn are actually where I want to be, and maybe I don't want Crusher. Yeah, because I just want these Cascade spells, maybe. Alright, maybe we'll do this. Is there anything... I could set out one of my Llanowar elves. Oh, whoa. Almost set it in the wrong cards. I could set out, like, the Fyndhorn elves and bring in... and have the 4th Mulldrifter in the deck. I mean, it costs 5 mana. I do want to go fast. Let's try it like this. All right, 3-2. Come on, baby. 1 QP. Come to Papa. Oh, man. Opponent mold to 6. We do have a Scattershot Archer. I just don't know if this is enough. His hand's not that good. It has a lot of good draws. I do have 3 mana. Opponent's on 6. If they just kill Scattershot Archer, I get kind of wrecked. They also have to counter this. I'll keep against my better judgment. They're on 5, okay. Anime Van Turk. I know for sure this opponent plays a lot of land destruction. They just couldn't resist the urge of Fae like I did. I was gonna say if you haven't watched that, go watch it on my channel, but it's not the most exciting video, honestly. I don't do that well. I don't think I play that well in that Blue Red Fairies League. I'll have to play the deck again. Kind of need to do it justice. It looks like opponent is on a mix of Ponder, Preordain, and Brainstorm, which maybe I should be on in Blue Red Fae as well, but okay, just pondering and preordaining. Okay. I think I'll attack. I don't need to leave up Scattershot. Opponent hopefully just plays something and I can just resolve Lead the Stampede. If they just leave mana up, I'm not going to cast Lead the Stampede into open blue, I don't think. Quirion Ranger. I'll cast that. They can't spell stutter it because of this. I could attack. I don't think there's any reason to. I don't think the 1 damage is that relevant. I think it can be just kind of annoying for the opponent if I don't attack with Scattershot Archer. This card is actually like so annoying for that deck. They have Augur, but they have Fairy Seer and Spell Stutter Sprite, and this card just wrecks both of those cards. Like with this on the battlefield, both those cards are pretty much null. Oh, I thought this was going to be a bolt on Scattershot. I could just play Lead the Stampede next turn. Alright, now I'm definitely going to because I have another one. Because I drew the second, like next turn I'm going to want to play Lead the Stampede. So if I force a counterspell, it's not bad. It's just attack for 1. They can't spell stutter. I can just kill it if they do. Because now I can just play another Lead the Stampede next turn. I think leaving up Scattershot is kind of annoying for the opponent. If I was like the blue-red player, I just wouldn't really want them to leave this up. I think I attack for 1 and then just play Axebane. It's not like it's that scary for the opponent, but it allows me to at least play like Mulldrifter, or if I draw a land, I can just play Dino next turn. Bolt. Ice a land, sure. Did not need to use that mana. That was a weird ice, just to draw a card maybe. Ninja? Oh, Swirling Sandstorm, that's why they did it. Alright, I think I can do. I can at least resolve Lead the Stampede. And Winding Way, geez. And go. 3 mana, draw 4 cards is, I feel like, going to be tough for the opponent to beat even after a Sandstorm. Okay. Caretaker. Then Battlement. 3, 4, 5 mana left if this resolves. I think I go Axebane Guardian here. And Scattershot. Yeah, if they didn't counter this, I didn't think they were going to counter this. Maybe they have a removal spell, but I mean, they could ninja here. It's not the end of the world. They just get to draw one card. Another Sandstorm? Wow, I haven't seen two in that deck for a long time. I mean, I know this deck is picking up steam, so makes sense, but I mean, the thing is we're still not out of it. Okay, now we're out of it. Now we're probably dead. I mean, I wasn't really expecting the second Sandstorm. Maybe they even have three. Four cards in hand. They must have counterspells. And the first Sandstorm I could beat. The second one, maybe not. I was going to say, if they just kill Quirion Ranger here, that's fine. No ninja? Okay. Ah, I need one more mana. If I had drawn a land there, next turn I could play Dino using Quirion's ability. Yeah, even after two Sandstorms, it's not 100% over. Not drawing what I need to draw at the right time. Wonder if I mean, now that I've seen double Sandstorm, I can play around it a little bit better. But still. Augur into counterspell. Yep. I was gonna say land would actually be decent, but these last like 3 or 4 draw steps have just been nothing basically. Right, I'll just concede. We'll just go game 3. I think I like the build as is. Let's just go game 3. We'll be on the play. Not keep this hand. Unless they have like mountain plus removal spell, this hand is actually, I mean, it's actually not that insane, but Llanowar plus Quirion is just such a good combo. You make a lot of mana. Turn 2, we can go Quirion plus Battlement, which is always a solid play. All right, we draw Tinderwall. Interesting. So I can go Quirion, add mana, untap that, play Tinderwall, play Battlement, pass the turn. That's what I'm talking about. Turn 2, Quirion plus Llanowar plus Forest is 4 mana on turn 2. It's just so insane. We just went turn 2, Quirion, Tinderwall, Battlement. Now next turn we have a bunch of mana. Can just Dino on turn 3 now, which is good against counterspell. 1, 2. Let's see, if I play Axebane and it gets countered, like literal counterspell, it's bad for me. I think I just go Dino. I think that's just the safest. I don't think there's really anything they can do against Dino. I mean, they can counter it, but I at least get a Cascade. All right, Tinderwall is fine. Counter the Dino, sure. At least get my value. Pass the turn. Now any draw spell I draw is really good. Brainstorm resolves. mean, that was obviously not an ideal Cascade as well, but of course that's going to happen in this deck. Still did have 3 Mulldrifters and 4 boarding parties that I wanted to hit, plus the 8 draw spells, which hopefully we can draw one of now. Brainstorm. Okay. Should attack. We at least get to resolve Axebane Guardian. But, I mean, I guess they could have the Sandstorm. Three mana. Axebane Guardian. I can just play Rubblefort and kill this now. I think it's worth it to resolve Rubblefort. I mean, they're pretty far off the threshold. Just gonna do this now while they can't do anything about it. Oh, I should have. I kind of misplayed that. I should have probably played both Rubbleforts, but I didn't. Again, if they have Sandstorm, I'm going to lose. If I draw more Cascade spells or draw spells before that, I'm probably going to win. So it's a race. Cascade versus our top deck. And they go up to 4 cards in graveyard here. Sandstorm is really good against us. Basically just wraths our board. When I played Blue-Red Fairies, I had some Flame Slashes, but maybe Sandstorm is just where you want to be. Because this deck kind of does like, kind of just like dilly-dally around, just like not really doing much for a lot of the time. Opponent's in the tank on this Brainstorm. I feel like they probably have some type of option to fetch, but it's like pretty tough. Brainstorms can be pretty difficult to decide what you're going to do. For us, it's not a hard decision. It just basically comes down to our top deck. They Brainstorm, they fetch. Probably Preordain or Augur here. 5 cards in yard. Just passing. Boarding party. That's good. That's a Cascade spell at least. They don't necessarily have counter up. So I really want to hit a draw spell here. That'd be ideal. Let's go red, red, blue, blue. Tap. I could also just play Rubblefort first, but I think this is fine. Just boarding party into, no. Now if we just get Wrath, it's just straight over. I think if we just get Wrath, we lose, so we have to just try not to get Wrath. Probably just gonna, oh, maybe I shouldn't have attacked even. Now they just need to play one more spell in order to threshold. Yeah, it's this game. They bolt me, it's so, oh no! That means they have it. Alright, GG, I'm gonna concede. I'm not gonna play the game on one land. 2-3 with the deck. Man, I think the deck is a little bit better than that, but got got kind of wrecked there. I'm down to play this deck more. This deck is still a ton of fun, and I feel like I'm just like so close to getting there. Maybe needs to tweak the deck a little bit in order to like just honestly draw. I just want to draw more cards, but deck is super fun. Thanks for watching. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. Till next time. Thanks so much.